Today we are going to read Dr. Dan the Bandage Man. Dr. Dan the Bandage Man by Helen Gaspard. Pictures by Corin Melvern. Dan is a busy fellow. He is always on the go. But one day in the big backyard cowboy fight, he fell and scratched his finger on his make-believe gun. And what do you think the big cowboy did? He cried, boo-hoo. Dan cried and ran in the house to his mother. Now his mother was always glad to see Dan, but a cowboy crying, how could that be? Why, that's nothing to cry over, Mother said, when she saw the bright red spot. We'll wash it clean with soap and water and bandage it up, and it will be better than new. As quick as a wink it was. Back went Dan to the cowboy fight, and all the boys gathered around to see his new clean bandage too. The next day Dan hitched up to Spotty his pup to take his sister Carly's doll for a ride. But Spotty saw a cat he wanted to chase, and he forgot all about that doll. Lickety-split, Spotty started off. The wagon tipped over, the doll tumbled out, and Carly started to cry. My baby hurt herself because the doll had a bump on her head. This is nothing to cry over, said Dan, Brother Dan. I know just what to do. So she led Spotty and Carly into the house and carried the hurt little doll himself with a rather bad bump on her head. We'll wash it clean, said Dan, and he did. We'll bandage it up, and he did that too. Dan opened the wrapper. He picked the bandage out and held two stiff pieces, and zip, that bandage was on the doll's head. There, smiled Dan. She's better than new. Now, said Carly, I want one too. Are you hurt? Asked Dan. I don't know, Carly said, looking for a scratch. And sure enough, she found one. It was a very tiny scratch, and rather old, but it was a scratch just the same. Dan washed it clean and bandaged it up. Thank you, said Carly. It's better than new. Wolf, said Spotty. He held his paw. Dan laughed. I guess you must want a bandage too. So he put one on Spotty's paw. Next day, Daddy was home from work. He went out to mow the lawn, and what do you think? He cut his finger on a slippery, sharp lawnmower blade. Let me fix you up, Dad, said Dan. I know what to do. We'll wash your finger clean and bandage it up, and we'll be better than new. Dad looked surprised. He followed Dan, and soon Dad wore a bandage too. You're a handy fellow to have around, said Dad. He shook Dan's hand. I have a new name for you. We'll call you Dr. Dan the Bandage Man. And they do too this way. So we will too. The end.